All right, have and have not fans. Now we're talking about an unseen character who may appear later on in the show. And it was mentioned in the last episode by Gia that there was another pimp in the Artesian Hotel named Rico, who apparently was trying to push up on Gia to get him to be one of his girls. But then after name dropping, it's like, look, Candice is my pimp. He apparently backed off, showing that Candice Young, her name actually has a lot of power in her neck of the woods. But I just wanted to know, do you think that this Rico guy will actually show up at some point during the haves and the have-nots this season? Will him and Candice have a falling out? I just really want to know, because maybe this will add more to the Candice backstory. But honestly, I just hope that isn't the case, because I feel like the pimp Candice arc needs to end at some point. We do know that Landon is actually going to show up to talk with Candice once again. Pretty sure that Charles is going to want to see her at some point. So I'm wondering, if Candice does leave the scene, will Rico take over his territory, or will Gia wise up and then go to somewhere else? But when it comes to this Rico guy, I'm just wondering, you know, did those two have a past? Did he know who Quincy was? It's just that some of these characters who are mentioned either show up later on down the line, or they don't show up at all. But to think that, you know, Gia, you know, this is just a funny little theory here. This is kind of weird, but do you think that if Gia decided to work with Rico, he would actually treat her better than the way that Candice is treating her now? Because when you kind of think about it, you know, Candice treats everyone like garbage. It's like what Jeffrey said. It's like, you don't love any, you fear nothing. That means you don't love or care about anything at all. Basically, it's like, you know, you have people in your life that you claim are your friends, that you claim you care about, but as soon as they cross you in the wrong way, you'll destroy them and just throw them away like they're nothing. This was at the beginning of season 2, and we saw that with like Erica and Landon. It's like, basically, if you cross Candice in the wrong way, or she thinks you're doing something against you, and again, against her, and it shows that Veronica and Candice are definitely one and the same. They really don't look at themselves. They look as like, everybody's against me. So if she's doing that with Gia, I mean, think about how she treats Erica, who did deserve what she actually got. She forced Erica to get set up with David, and here you have a good man that's treating Erica way better than Candice ever did, and probably even better than Warlock did. And things are going to turn out good for her if she decides to stay where she's at. And then with Gia, you know, pimping and, you know, prostitution probably isn't the best way for her to go. But who's to say that this Rico guy probably wouldn't treat her the way that Candice is? Maybe Rico would give her more money, more of a cut of the money she earned, or put hands on her the way Candice does. It's like, all she does is slap people and grabs crowbars and drugs them. But yeah, when it comes to Gia, all these slapping. So in a twisted kind of way, I just want to know from you all, number one, do you think that Rico will ever appear in the series? And number two, if Gia decided to be with him as a pimp, do you think that Rico would treat her better than Candice does?